I see in this context one of the most incredible opportunities for us to pioneer a new way forward. A way that relies on the things we understand that have always been true about the church. We don't just get caught up in the latest trends or the fads, but we actually go back to a robust sense of what does the Christian faith look like in a culture that doesn't embrace faith. A decade ago, I would have described this culture as a post-Christian culture, one that was once Christian, and now we're starting to move beyond it. And so we kind of hearken back to these Christian days. We try to appeal to people's consciences and a time that once was and say, man, if we could get back to that. But I think it's better described to call this new moment, 2017, pre-Christian. A pre-Christian culture. When you think about the next generations, they have not grown up in a Christian culture. Many of them have not grown up with parents that are teaching them morality, teaching them very key ideas about our faith, about virtue, about so many things that actually make a civil society function. And we're back in an environment where we're like New Testament. We're like first century. We get to pioneer a way forward where we have a lot of people who don't even understand the basics of our faith, much less others. But they're also dealing with some pretty significant challenges. They're feeling the brokenness and the weight and the burden of a society that's not functioning well. They recognize in their own lives that they're not flourishing at every turn. And we as the church have the good news. Good news, not bad news. We actually have good news to offer to the world. And it's called good news because to the listener, it actually sounds good. It doesn't sound like bad news. It doesn't sound like constant criticism. What it sounds like is a deep brokenness being met with love and grace and being filled up in areas where vacuums have persisted for years.